Hi, I'm Rio, your English conversation partner.
And I'm Ethan. Welcome back, everyone. Rio, how was your week?
It was good, thanks, Ethan. But something happened the other day. I was walking near the train station and I saw a tourist. They looked a little lost and I wanted to help, or at least say hello.
Oh, okay. What happened?
Well, I froze. I didn't know what to say. I was worried about being rude or awkward. How can I start a conversation naturally with a tourist without seeming strange?
That's a fantastic question, Rio. And I think many of our listeners have the same feeling. So today's topic is perfect: how to start a natural and polite conversation with a visitor.
Yes, please help me, Ethan.
Hi, nice day, isn't it?
Nice day, isn't it? That sounds simple enough. Why is talking about the weather a good start?
Because it's a shared experience. Everyone is experiencing the same weather. It's not personal, so it's not intrusive. It's a very common way to make small talk in English-speaking cultures.
I see. So it's a low-pressure way to say hello.
Exactly. Most people will just smile and agree. They'll say something like, "Yeah, it's beautiful," or "It sure is." If they seem friendly and open to talking more, you can continue. If they just nod and keep walking, that's fine too. No pressure.
Okay, let's role play. I'll be me and you be the tourist.
Sounds good. I'm just looking at a map, enjoying the sunshine.
Hi. Nice day, isn't it?
Oh, hi. Yes, it's absolutely gorgeous. Much better than the rain we had yesterday.
Oh, perfect. He answered with more than just yes. That means he's open to talk more, right?
Right. He gave you an opening. You could then follow up with our next phrase. But before we get to that, let's talk about the situation you mentioned, where the tourists look lost.
Okay, yes, that's a different situation.
In that case, you can be more direct and helpful. The phrase is simple: "Do you need some help?" Or a slightly more casual, "Excuse me, do you need a hand with that?" if they are struggling with luggage, for example.
Do you need some help? Is that always polite?
It is, as long as your tone of voice is friendly and you're not too aggressive. Just approach calmly, with a smile, and ask. Most people will be very grateful, even if they don't need help.
And if they say yes, I get nervous that I won't understand their question.
That's a valid concern, but don't worry. Most of the time, they're looking for a specific place. They'll probably point to it on their map or phone. You can use simple words and gestures to help them, and it's okay to say, "I'm sorry, I'm not sure." You can even try to look it up on your own phone for them. The effort is what counts.
That makes sense. It's about showing kindness.
Exactly. And if they say, "No, thank you, I'm okay," you just smile and say, "All right, have a great day," and walk away. Again, no pressure.
Okay, so let's go back to the first role play. I said, nice day, isn't it? And you said it was gorgeous. What's a good next step?
This is where you can show some friendly curiosity. A great follow-up question is, "Are you visiting or do you live here?"
Oh, that's a good one. It's direct but polite.
Right. It's a natural way to find out if they're a tourist. 99% of the time, someone you talk to in a tourist area will be visiting. They'll likely respond with something like, "Oh, we're just visiting. We're from Canada."
And that opens up a whole new topic. I can say, "Oh, Canada. I've always wanted to go there."
There you go. You've started a real conversation. You're not just asking questions, you're sharing a little about yourself, too. Let's continue that role play.
Hi, nice day, isn't it?
Yes, it's absolutely gorgeous.
Are you visiting or do you live here?
We're just visiting for a week. We're from Australia.
Oh, wow, Australia. Welcome to Japan. I hope you're having a good time.
Perfect. See how natural that flows? You're being so welcoming.
Okay, so they just said they are visiting for a week. That seems like a good opportunity for another question.
It is. Once you know they're visiting, you can ask about their trip. A very common and polite question is, how long are you staying?
Right. In the role play, you already said for a week, but if you hadn't, that would be my next question. Is it rude to ask about their schedule?
Not at all. It shows you're interested in their journey. It's a very normal part of travel conversation. Asking this question can lead to you giving them helpful advice.
How so?
Well, if they say, we're here for 2 weeks, you could respond, oh, that's great. That gives you plenty of time to explore. Then you could ask, have you been to a famous local spot yet? If they say they are leaving tomorrow, you could say, oh, I hope you had a wonderful trip.
Ah, so their answer helps me decide what to say next. I could even recommend my favorite ramen restaurant.
Totally. They would love that. A recommendation from a local is always special. It's much more valuable than just reading a guidebook. You're making a real connection.
That's wonderful advice. Giving a local tip makes the interaction feel so much more meaningful. Are there any other ways to start a conversation that are friendly and not as direct as offering help?
Absolutely. Another great low-pressure technique is to give a genuine compliment. It's a bit more personal than talking about the weather, but still very safe and friendly.
This is all making sense. Start simple, offer help if needed, and ask about their trip. What about more personal questions? In Japan, we sometimes ask about people's jobs. Is it okay to ask, what do you do for a living?
Okay, this is a very important point, Rio, so I'm glad you asked. My advice is be very careful with this question.
Oh, really? Why?
In many Western cultures, especially in a first conversation with a stranger, asking about their job can feel too personal. It's like you're asking about how much money they make or trying to judge their social status.
Wow, I never thought of it that way. In Japan, it's a very common icebreaker.
I know, and that's a key cultural difference. It's not that the question is always bad, but with a tourist you've just met on the street, it's safer to avoid it. They're on vacation. They probably don't want to think about work.
That's a very good point. So, what are some safer alternatives if I want to keep the conversation going?
Keep the topic focused on their travel experience. You can ask things like, what's been your favorite part of the trip so far? Or, have you tried any interesting food? Or, what are your plans for the rest of your stay?
Those are great questions. They are positive and still show I'm interested in them as a person, but not in a personal, invasive way.
You got it. It's all about making them feel comfortable and welcome. If the conversation goes really well and you talk for 10 or 15 minutes, the topic of work might come up naturally, but don't lead with it.
Okay, this has been so helpful, Ethan. Let's do a quick review of the key points.
Hi, nice day, isn't it?
Right. And if someone looks lost or is struggling, it's okay to approach them and ask, do you need some help? With a friendly tone.
Once you've opened the conversation, find out if they are a tourist with, are you visiting or do you live here?
Then I can ask about their trip with questions like, how long are you staying? This can lead to giving recommendations.
And finally, the important one, avoid asking, what do you do for a living at the beginning? Stick to safer, travel-related topics to keep the conversation light and fun.
Thank you so much, Ethan. I feel much more confident now. Next time I see a tourist, I'll try to use these tips. Even just a simple hello can make someone's day better.
That's the spirit, Rio. And to all our listeners, don't be afraid to try. The worst that can happen is a short conversation. The best that can happen is you make a new friend and make a visitor feel incredibly welcome in your country.
That's all the time we have for today's episode of Eikaiwa Connect. We hope you found it useful.
Join us next time when we'll be talking about how to understand and use common English slang. It's gonna be a fun one. Until then, keep practicing.
Bye everyone. またね.